Sit down. What you want? What do you want, precious? Let's put all this back. Do we have a smudge on there? We might. We might have a little paw print. Get a piece of paper towel. Okay. Let's get some paper towel. And let's see if this is. Clean that off. Yep. Clean that off. And hopefully everybody can see us better. There we go. Yep. All right, let's turn this. Some light over here. We gotta get our lights right. We do. Mommy don't have them right yet. Whoops. That one's gonna be me grief tonight. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get anybody on here. You are something. Here we are. Hey, Joanne. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got that there. Hi, Tracy. Yes, Skyla's up here. She's up here. Stepping on everything. Okay, critter. Now, Skyla, you're not being very cooperative. You're right where I need to be. Yes, you are. You are, Miss Press. Okay. Thanks for sprinkling. Oh my gosh. Skyla, why are you being...
You've got mail.
This way. So far my comments are scrolling along. Thank goodness. But they started out right Monday and then they quit. So I don't know. So today I thought we'd do this mirror and we're going to use...
You've got mail.
This side right here with the birdhouse and the little bird. So I showed y'all this project the other day, but we didn't do it. So we're going to do it today. And this is a decoupage central paper. So let me get this this bottom cut off, trimmed off. Pinched off. So how's everybody been? What'd y'all do yesterday and today? Y'all, I went out this afternoon and I got like 20 drops of rain on my car, and that is it. It did not rain anymore. And they said thunderstorms. I was like, really? Y'all gonna have to do better. Do better. Do lots better. Well, this is gonna be nice because, well, I am gonna have a little area I've got to fix, but because this is only half a sheet. So let's see how we want to do that. I guess we'll just rip her down this way and trim it out. These flowers are really pretty too. I'm like, we're gonna have to use them on something because they are super pretty. So we're gonna save this piece. Casino. Oh no, you lost. Wow, you don't usually lose. That's unusual. Okay, so we're gotta make sure we get that bird on there. You know, we want him all the way on there. So I'm thinking we will trim this. Trim this out here. I think I'm just going to trim it with the scissors too. And then I'll make it a little bit bigger. That way, if we need to, if it won't go under the frame, then we'll use the X-Acto knife to do the rest. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Okay, so let's go ahead and start painting. Let's see, what do I want to use? Plaster, or I guess we'll use the plaster. I'm gonna shake it up really good. Hey Marie, you usually lose? I thought you usually won. Or you just tell us about it when you win. Guilty. Yeah, I think, you know, we all kind of do that. I don't go, but I used to. I don't have any money to gamble now, but I used to go. It was fun when you won. Okay, I'm going to paint this middle. In white. Probably put another coat on it too, just for good measure, because since it's over a mirror. Might as well just go around this. I haven't really decided how I want to paint this yet, but we are going to, even though we're going to make it look antiqued, we're going to paint it. We want to give it a facelift. So I'm going to paint that ring for sure. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Christine. Yeah, the frame's got a really pretty shape, and I hope we can give it a really neat look. So did y'all hear that Florida had their very first fatal bear attack? Yeah, kind of like in the middle of the state, I think. I mean, I thought I had never heard of such a thing here, and I was right, because they said it was the very first one in recorded history. So, a bear attacked a man and his dog and killed them. And, you know, I was like, I didn't even know. I mean, we don't even think about bears down here. They've been on the endangered list here for many years, and I've never seen one in the wild. I've seen them, you know, up in the mountains in Carolina and Tennessee, but I've never seen a bear in the wild down here. So, but my dad says there's at least 4,000 of them. So they're repopulating anyway. Okay, I think that's dry enough. I can put one more coat on there. And another weird thing that happened was some lady was in her canoe and was attacked and killed by an alligator. I've never heard of that happening either, in a canoe. I have heard, we did have, I guess, a kayak attack not too long ago, a year ago or something, but I have never heard of somebody getting attacked in a canoe. That gave me the heebie-jeebies, because I've been in a canoe on the river, and you know, like, our biggest concern was staying upright, not the possibility of alligators. So, I don't know what's going on. I think that one happened down near Naples, I think. Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, think about how many people canoe. I mean, I don't know the exact circumstances. I mean, I don't know if it turned over her canoe or if, you know, she accidentally turned over and there was an alligator. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But That's like stuff in a movie, you know? A horror movie or something. Okay, so now we got to figure out how we're going to paint this. Now, this is our picture. And let me just put this behind it so we can see it better. So here's our picture. Y'all see it's got a little bit of pink, and it's got some grays and kind of beigey colors in it. I guess a little bit of a greenish color, probably kind of like this. So I'll set that there. And of course white. The pink is very pale, kind of like this one. And oh my gosh, your sister's neighbor won the big lottery jackpot, and he's in jail for kicking a police officer during a fight. Oh my gosh, why would you do something that crazy? That's crazy. That's totally bizarre. So, y'all think we should maybe use this color? You know how I like it. See? Here. So what if we do, see, I haven't just, okay, let's think about this. If we should go in with the, should we do the lighter color on the bottom and then go in with the darker two colors, or should we do the darker color and then go in with the cashmere and that sage mist over the top of it? That's my dilemma. Well, I think causing a fight after winning the lotto would be the least thing I want to do. I'm just saying. That's just crazy. And this color could be lightened some. We could lighten that. We could lighten it some. So y'all tell me what you think. Do you think we should go with this color on the bottom and then put the other in, or use the lighter color, the cashmere, on the bottom and go in with the green and the mud puddle? Now, like on this, I can't really tell, but to me it looks kind of like they used the light color on the bottom and then they went in with the darker colors. But we don't have to do it that way. We can do it any way we want to. I think I do want to lighten this a little bit though, so it's less muddled. So, let's see what we can do with that color. It's really thick, so it's not going to hurt it to get, I put too much water in this, so it's pretty watery, but that'll be okay, I think. Whoop. See? fairly watery. Yeah. Okay. Green and cashmere on top. And did y'all see the Judds have a two-part, I don't know if it's a movie or a docu-series. Saturday and Sunday on Lifetime. Truth Be Told. About growing up with their mother. Now, I met Naomi Judd. I actually had lunch with her. She and I at a table. The only two people at the table. I met her at a women's convention in Tampa. And, hey, Jacqueline and Natalie. She was promoting her book, Love Can Build a Bridge. And she was at the convention center in Tampa for this women's expo that I was working at. And I was working for Penny's at the time. I was a gift registry consultant. So I think whoever I was supposed to work that with did not show up. But anyway, before it got really crowded, like early on, I decided I would take my lunch break and go eat. So, you know, because I was going to be on the floor for 6 hours. Hi, is your name Robin? So I went to the back where they had like a VIP area where you could go, and they had like food, a buffet and everything. So I went back there and I just sat down at the table, and in came this whole like crowd of people at one time. And I'm thinking, what the heck? So this is the color I came up with. So but it's gonna grow. It's gonna. I'm sure it's going to dry darker. So we're gonna start putting that on. Anyway, this whole big crowd, entourage of people came in, and it was Naomi Judd, and so like she had her stylist, her well, hey Robin, thanks for joining us tonight. She had her stylist and a couple bodyguards and her assistant, just makeup person, like just a horde of people. Anyway, they came up to me, one of the bodyguards did, and he said, "Could you move, please?" And I was kind of shocked because there's a whole room full of tables. There was nobody else in there, just me. And I'm thinking, what's the deal? You want this table? So, I said, sure, whatever, I'll move. So I started to get up, and she came hurriedly over and said, no, don't tell her to get up. She doesn't need to get up. There's a whole room full of tables. But I don't like to eat by myself. So do you mind? Can I share a table with you? And I said, well, I would love it. So she sat down. And she just started talking to me like, she'd known me forever. How you doing? I bet you have kids. How many do you have? Yada, yada, yada. And we're just talking away. And she's telling me about her book tour and this, that, and the other. And We chatted and ate. I bet I was in there for an hour. But, you know, hey, I was with Naomi Judd, so. Anyway, it was kind of fun. And then she gave me her book, and she said, make sure you get in the line. So, I, you know, because I don't have a pen on me right now. Nobody had a pen, of course. So, I had to go get it signed by her. But it was very interesting. And I guess it was probably in the mid-90s when I met her. And then she, you know, hustled off. And then when she got up, she was a keynote speaker, so she got up to talk. And she said my name and thanked me for having lunch with her. I was just absolutely flabbergasted because, I mean, I know she has a bad rep, but she was really very nice to me. But I've heard that she can be really difficult, you know, and she wasn't real nice to her staff, but she was to me. And she signed my book and everything. It was kind of an interesting expo I did. I liked doing it because I met Mary Lou Retton then too. And she gave me a whole bunch of stuff to take home to my kids. Signed stuff, Olympic signed stuff, all kinds of things. She was a sweetheart too. So that was kind of fun. I met a lot of people when I worked at Penny's because of my job. I met Bruce Jenner before he became Caitlyn. You did? Well, I was just talking about having lunch with Naomi Judd. Just me and her at the table having lunch. And she wouldn't let anybody interrupt us either. She told them all to just get away. All of her people. She said, I'm going to have lunch with this delightful lady here. And like a normal person, and I want y'all to go away. Leave us alone. Okay, so this is kind of looking neat. Let's see how our... Oh, yeah. I do like that color. That's going to be pretty. Then we're going to put some other, you know, shades of stuff on here, so once we get it painted. This has a lot of detail, y'all. A lot of... there's like scallops along this circle here, and kind of ruffled, besides all these other things y'all see. Well, yeah, well, I guess she and Ashley, you know, are mainly, I mean, they wrote the book, I guess, truth be told, so there's going to be a lot of her. Be interesting, though. I mean, I don't know that you should do stuff like that after people pass away, but I mean, we already know that, you know, she suffered with depression, and I think she was bipolar. So, you know, it was hard for her. Besides, she had hepatitis C and other things, so. But, I mean, they truly are a rags to riches story. And they talk about that, you know, they went from being poorer than dirt to being rich overnight. That would be overwhelming. Yes, very talented. But I think Naomi wrote most of their songs. She is the songwriter. But Wynonna has a voice, that's for sure. So I was trying not to make a mess of this, but, you know, we're going to paint over this circle anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. That's why I'm not putting the little paper in there yet until I get that painted. I don't want to get it messed up painting the center. So this is kind of heavy. It's plaster. This is not plastic, y'all. So it's a little bit heavy. It's not like the plastic things you've seen me use before and turn into things, but I think it's going to be real pretty for this if I get the colors right. I told you I met Bruce Jenner before he became Caitlyn Jenner, right? Well, oddly enough, because this was what everybody wanted to know, what did he talk to you about? Because he sat down at my desk. He sat in a chair by my desk and talked to me for quite a while. And everybody was like, what were y'all talking about? And I was like, he was really interested in the china and the crystal. And I was like, I mean, he knew quite a bit about it. I was kind of surprised because I you know, just never thought about, you know, an athlete caring that much about it, but he did. And, you know, he was telling me about visiting some china factories in England or something like that. Anyway, it was pretty weird. It was just a weird conversation. I was like, yeah, we didn't talk about sports or anything. He wanted to know what gift registry consultants did and all that. And I was like, you know what? I didn't even know what they did when I signed up to do the job. But that's when they first started out with, you know, like people having gift registries in stores. And you had like one of those little things that, you know, reads the barcodes and puts it in your list and that kind of thing. But we had to walk around with them back then and do all that. It was kind of a weird little job, but I did get to do a lot of things that like regular associates didn't do, because it was just a different kind of position. So in that respect, it was kind of fun. But I didn't really like doing gift registries at all. I like doing everything else. Hi, Joyce. Thank you. It was a mirror that we're going to turn into a picture frame. I'm kind of on a kick about doing that now. It's kind of fun because, you know, you can find some really ornate mirrors to transform. So it's kind of fun. Yeah, I'm getting a phone call, y'all. I got rid of it. I must have called again, but they hung up. You have to turn this every direction, because like you think you got it covered, but then at a different angle you'll see something that isn't. Actually quite that it's not covered here. This looks kind of pinkish to me. Does it to y'all? I'm kind of, I didn't expect it to do that when I added white to it. I didn't expect it to go on here looking as pink as it does. So probably one thing we'll do, we're probably going to put something darker on it. Either the paint as it is, or a gray. I should put this on the turntable, huh? Yeah, I called my mom this afternoon because I was going to go by their house, and she said, well, you better hurry up because we're supposed to get thunderstorms. And I said, really? Thunderstorms? Storms as in big time rain? And she goes, yeah. So I said, oh, okay. So, you know, I go out and I run my errands and I go over to their house, and in the process of doing all that, about 20 drops of rain hit my car, and that's all we got. Absolutely all we got. There was no thunder. And hardly any rain. That's how it's been ever since that hurricane. We have really not had hardly any rain since the fall where I live. It's been very, very dry. But we have like a whole week of 60% chance of rain. So maybe we will get some soon. Because everybody's yards are begging. Even the people that, you know, suck the water out of the lake to water their grass. Theirs are not looking green either. So, you know, because sprinklers, they don't do the same as rain anyway. They always miss spots anyhow, but I mean, I suppose better than nothing, but because I haven't been watering. I'm not hooked up to the lake, so it's expensive. The water is, so I'm not paying to keep the grass green. Well, I think I've about got this. Okay. Oh, no, I don't. There's a place. Like I said, you know, there's always some little hidden place on here. Hey, Janet. Anyway, so Saturday and Sunday, I do want to see that if I can get it on my TV. So we'll have to craft early, I guess. We'll have to craft earlier because I think it comes on at 8. But first I have to figure out if I really can see it on my TV. Okay. I'm going to say that's got enough. Let's bring that down here. Okay. Now, let's dry this off so we can get a good look at the color. Because now that I'm looking at it, I don't know that green's going to go very well with it. We may have to just use some grays to some grays and browns. I don't know. Oh, the Judds, they have like a, I don't know if it's a movie or if it's a docu-series thing, but it's 2 nights. It's a 2-part thing, and it's Ashley and Winona's point of view, I guess, what you'd say, of growing up with their mom. It's supposed to be on Lifetime, which I don't really get that, but it said that it would also be on Hulu, so I've got to check and see if it is on Hulu Live. Hulu plus Live, because I do get that. I can get that channel. Yeah, I told everybody about meeting and not Naomi and having lunch with her and all. So I want to see it. But I know they don't talk very nicely about her, so I might get a little upset. But you know, I know people are different around family than they are with their own children. Yeah, it's supposed to be real candid, yes. I don't know if y'all have seen Ashley Judd lately, but she doesn't look very good. Apparently she had some kind of sinus infection, bronchial pneumonia or something. I don't know. But she was on steroids for a while, and I think her face looks really swollen and all. And she gained weight, you know, because she's usually pretty thin. Anyway, the stuff I saw when I Googled it, the preview, she did not look very good. Winona's lost quite a bit of weight, though. She lost like 55 pounds, I think. Okay, so this is our I should put a piece of parchment down, I think. Let me do that. Let me put this down right here so it won't stick so bad. Here's our frame, and we'll put, so y'all can kind of see. This is our print that's going to go in. Now it isn't quite right, but it's going to go in there. So y'all can kind of see how the colors look. Can you see? So I want a lighter and a darker. So I don't know if I take like, if we take this color and it's, you know, straight as it is, let's see what that, does that show up much? Not a whole lot. I mean, it does, but it's subtle. It's kind of subtle. Maybe we want some gray. I don't think that really does a whole lot. So let's see what I have up here. Okay, here's the Foggy Martini. If I can get some out. Let's see. Because this is really not doing much. Pretty sure the gray will, but will I have enough of this color? I don't know. So let's take some of this, and we'll do right in here. I think it needs to be darker. I'll show you. Okay. So here's, I don't know how well you can see this, but this is the brown. This has got that Foggy Martini, but I think it needs to be darker. The darker color needs to be darker. So let me see what, I used to have, that Maui sand might be the right color. If I can find it. Yeah, this is a lot darker. Yes, they are. This month. There's 4 molds, 4 stamps, I think 4 transfers, a gilded transfer, and 2 paint inlays. I believe that's what it is. Okay, so let's try this here. Yeah, this will be a better color. And then we'll either use cashmere or an off-white to highlight it. And also, we can use some silver. I think that'll. You'll see it now, so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the Maui sand. Y'all can still see that mud puddle color that's lighter than normal, and you can see it with the print. So I think that's going to look pretty neat. We're just going to go along here and blue in here. And maybe what we'll use with it is the cashmere to pull the pink out that's in the picture. use this big brush. Let's use this one instead. We have a little bit more control with it. So we want to kind of make it, give it kind of an old French look. So that's where we're going to put some silver on it too. What do you hear down there? I heard it too. Better not be a lizard. I don't like lizards, y'all. Once in a while one gets in the house. Skyla and I don't like them. Pretty cool. I'll see it. So this, I'm just going along the top edges and then down a little bit in some areas. I'm just sort of randomly, I guess, randomly painting it. So get some of this dark color on there. painting the top of these swirls that you see, kind of accenting them. Y'all, when I was out doing yard work last week, I forgot to tell you, something bit me and I don't even know what it was. Because it didn't hurt when it bit me. I mean, I felt something like hit my toe, but I didn't think about it because it didn't hurt. And then that night, it started burning and stinging and itching like crazy. And now it's like all swollen and kind of purpley colored. It's really weird looking. I just still don't know what bit me. I can't tell. I cannot tell. And my mom was like, I bet you were out there in your flip-flops doing yard work. It's like, yeah. I mean, I didn't even think about something potentially biting me that wasn't like an ant or something. I don't know. I don't know what it was. But it hasn't gone down in size at all. So I hope, you know, it changes soon. It does something. So I'll know whether to go to the doctor or, you know, that it's going to get better. Okay, let's see here. Let's get this right down here. I don't like that. Looking pink, pinky, whatever it is. Beige. Okay. We got that. Let's do this right here too. Because it could be low enough you would see it. Try not to paint it perfect. So here's how it's looking so far. You can see it. You can still see a good bit of that beige color in there. We're going to do this inner ring and something too. I'm not sure what yet, but that will be kind of like the mat to the frame, I guess. So I'm kind of dry brushing the outer edges, so they're not perfect. Here's the it's like a little pie fluted edge here, same. You just sort of want your brush strokes to go the way the flourishes go. So I'm using like a dry brush on the edges. And just going up. With straight brush, straight stroke. I know it's looking kind of odd, but I think we're going to get the right look. Yeah, they did put out one teaser so far. IOD did, Janet, and I put that. It's on my page. It's a little reel. You can see, you know, a glimpse of some things. That's all that we've been shown. Not much. Up. I want to get that looking good. Hopefully this is sort of even. It's hard to tell. But y'all, I'm working up a sweat over here. I don't know why these lights feel so hot tonight. Okay, we've almost got this coat on. Then we gotta do, then I think we should do this part. So then that might help me with the figuring out what else we're gonna put on it. The lighter strokes. Y'all, I forgot to tell you, well, I haven't talked to you since I found this out, but my oldest grandson took up golf this year because he gave up hockey after, you know, he tore his ACL and was out of commission for almost a year. He gave up hockey. So he took up golf, and he's a sophomore. I want to say he's a sophomore. Anyway, yesterday was the award ceremony at his school, his high school, and he lettered in golf, and not everybody in the team did, and he got Rookie of the Year in athletics, so he did pretty good, I thought, for his first year golfing, too. So, he's, of course, my daughter said that they have, like, their garage now has, like, a putting green and, like, a thing where you can, you know, hit the ball off the tee, but, you know, it's on a string, so it comes back. But, anyway, their whole garage is set up for him to golf in. So, apparently he likes it a lot. I'm glad. There's a lot of money in golf. Of course, there's a lot of golfers too, but he did play quite a bit this year on the team, even though he's one of the youngest players, or the youngest on there. He was a real good hockey player too, so I was glad to see that, you know, he found another niche that he enjoys a lot. Okay, this is looking pretty cool. Just going around making sure I got it kind of equal. Do see some places I didn't get, especially where I started around here. Yeah, I didn't get down in there. It does look better with some in there, so. Gotta get in all the nooks and crannies. Okay, I think I got this pretty good. Y'all are really quiet tonight. Yep. Hi Nadine. I haven't been able to read comments for a long time. Now I'm getting the comments and y'all aren't talking. One day we'll get this to all come together. Okay, I'm going to say that's probably pretty good. All right, so this is how this looks so far. Just stick our little birdhouse in here. Okay, so now we're going to do that the circle, the ring around it. Can y'all, I don't know if you can see all that coloring in there, but it's visible. You're crafting. Oh, you are. When does the retreat start, Tracy? When does that begin? All right, so what do y'all think? Should we do this like a lighter gray, or should we do it in cashmere? This is the cashmere. Pink, pale pink. This is cashmere, or we'll use a lighter gray in there. Put some of this back. Let's just put this in here. You like the cashmere? Let's go for the cashmere, and then we'll know if it, because I think I want to put the silver along the top you know, but I want the inner part pink, I think. That's what I'm thinking. So we can do that first. That's why I'm not putting the print in yet, because I want to get it painted before I do that, so I don't get paint on the print. So we'll just take a smallish brush. Oops. That was a big chunk of paint. Yes, I am going to add Rub and Buff. So, all right, let's just pour some of this. It's pretty far down there. We may have to dig some out with a stick. Oh yeah? What's the theme? So you're going to use a V-Flex paper. I'm anxious to see that. Y'all, this is drying up. I'm gonna have to add some water to it. What did I do? I have a squirt bottle up here. I don't see it, but oh, now I see it. There it is. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see how this is going to look. It's definitely going to go with that color. I probably have to put 2 coats on it too. So we're going to paint the inside, and then we'll go around the outside. That's perfect. That is looking sweet. And we'll put one more coat on it. sweet. Okay, so I'm going around the side, the outside edge of it. And that's kind of making this look a little bit more like a ruffle. A little scalloped edge that goes around the circle. Let's get this. So what do y'all decorate your kitchens with? I mean, do y'all use like chickens or cows, or you don't? Or, I mean, I'm trying to get an idea of what kind of kitchen decor y'all like. And, you know, like theme, or flowers, or farmhouse. And colors. What colors do y'all like for kitchens? Yours is modern. Well, when I redid mine, when I had a flood, after I had a flood, plumbing flood, I decided to do very neutral colors. And guess what? That's just not me. You know, like I went from having basically, if y'all know who Mary Engelbreit is, she does a lot of the checks and fried egg flowers, that kind of thing, stripes, bright colors. Yeah, I went from that kind of kitchen and she likes cherries. So she, I had cherries. I had French cherry wallpaper. Anyway, I went from that to very neutral, like off-white cabinets and tan walls. And I have like travertine tile for backsplash. So it's very neutral. And it just doesn't, I don't know, it's not me. I tried. I tried to do a grown-up kitchen. What did I say? Before I had a lot of cows and that Mary Engelbright look. Cows, chickens, and, it was very colorful. So when you get up in the morning, it was colorful, cheerful. I don't know, neutral just doesn't wake me up in the morning. I'm gonna have to do something. That's not, or put some accents or something in here. I mean, it's just too much blah. I'll have to touch that up. Okay. All right, so we got pink on this. I'm gonna do one more coat around the inside part here. Just for good measure. Cool. My mom has a bunch of birdhouses. She's collected them for many years. Birdhouses and bunnies. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to take this and just touch up a few places. Oops. I hate it when I start touching things up, because then you got to touch up where you touched up, and you know what I mean? You go back and forth. Right there. course, I have to touch up the pink now. Let's get this. Maybe. Okay. All right, that looks good. I do with those pink brushes. Here's a low one. This is blue. Just where I touched up the gray too much. Oh my gosh. Back and forth. We go. Okay. I think I got that covered up. Yep. Okay. All right. So here's the print. So y'all can see the progress we're making here. Y'all see? Then that looks good, doesn't it? Okay, so what I want to do now, we got to put some, well, you know, here's the thing. If I do the, if I put some rub and buff on this stuff too, that's going to lighten this. And that might be enough. Or, I do not see. Let me see if I can find it. Color it. I want that Parisian gray, and I don't know if I can find it here. Oh, wait, I think I see it. I think I see it. Okay. Maybe we want a little bit of that. Whew. Okay, so we're going to put some of this on here. If I can get it out. Okay, this is not working out. So what would be a good summer mold, Janet? you? What are you thinking? Okay, so we've got some of this light gray. I think I'm going to put some little streaks of that here and there on our flourishes. Like at the very tops. Okay, that does look cool. Now see what I'm doing? You see those little swirlies? So I'm just going along these little, like with really light touch. It's not perfect, just a little, just dragging the brush on there, kind of a semi dry brush. I've been watching this girl that she lives by herself. I don't know why, all of a sudden I can't remember her name. But she lives in a cottage that she's renovating, and all by herself, pretty much. And she's been doing some really crazy stuff, you know, like taking down the walls and rebuilding a kitchen, and she put new wood floors in. I mean, like real wood, you know, that she had to stain and varnish and all that. She made a day bed outside and under a roof. She's got a whole bunch of stuff planted in her garden. I mean, she's always doing something. So I've been watching her, and I mean, the amount of energy this girl has is unreal. Like, I wish I was that young again. She's not married. She patches the roof. She did a rain barrel with a rain chain in it, and I don't know, she just does all kinds of cool stuff. And so she's got me thinking about a lot of stuff that, you know. it would take me about a zillion times longer than her, but it might be fun. Yeah, I like this pale gray on here. It's going to show up a lot of the details. And then when we put the Rub and Buff on here, it's really going to bring it to life. I stick my arm in some paint. I wish I could think of her name. She's got long, kind of brownish blonde hair. She's tall and thin. I'm not exactly sure where she lives, but she also has a van. She lived in her van for like 3 years, and then she bought this rundown cottage on some acreage, and she also bought a bunch of tiny little, I guess they're huts or little tiny cottages that she rents out. So she's been redoing them too. But I missed that part. I haven't seen that part. Anyway. But she made like a really cute window bench, desk area thing. And she does everything. Like, she does electric. She does it all. It's amazing. The only problem she has is, like, she had to get the sander upstairs to her bedroom to sand the wood floors up there, and you know, it weighed more than she did. I'm not sure, Janet, but she talked about it's going to get really cold and snow where she lives, so she decided to go hit the road in her van again. So she loaded up the van with food, a lot of stuff that she grew, veggies and stuff, berries, and her mouse. She has a pet mouse, and hit the road because I guess she doesn't want it. She has been in the snow there. I mean, like, it showed her in the snow, and it was really bad. So it's someplace up north that gets a lot of snow. She was like, she shoveled out her path, and the next day you couldn't even, it wasn't even a day later, you couldn't even tell. So last thing I saw was she just hit the road. I don't know where she's going. She doesn't know where she's going. She just hits the road. I mean, she's like a free spirit, a totally free spirit. I would be afraid to do that myself, but she's pretty brave, I think. It looks like there might be some houses not too far from her. Like, I don't think she lives in the wilderness, but she was talking about she had to drain all of the water from her pipes, so they don't bust in the winter. And she's got one room she totally closed off and put all of her plants in, and that's the only one that has electricity, you know, has heat going to it during the winter. And her neighbor's going to be watering her plants for her. She had three or four big garbage cans of water in there. mean, she's serious, you know what I mean? Whatever she does. She went to Europe. I wouldn't say just Europe. Yeah, she said she went around the world for about 3 months with one of her friends. I mean, she went to, they showed her going to Ireland. I didn't see her in Japan, but she said she went there too. So I don't know. I guess she travels a lot. Besides doing all of her stuff, she's kind of hyper. I guess you'd have to be to do all that, you know what I mean? Like, those projects. Of course, when we see them, they're cut down, you know, they're not. I'd like to know, you know, I think she should say, this really took me, you know, a week, or this took me 4 days, or whatever. So, you know, the average person could go, okay, now I kind of have an idea of what that's about. I'm using a thin, flat brush on this, just so y'all know. It's not a pointy brush. It's a thin, flat brush. See, and I find that they make better lines than pointy brushes. Don't ask me why. It may be just my hands, but hey, we're almost all the way around, y'all. I'm surprising myself. Did I really go all the way around this thing? Okay. All right. So this is how that looks so far. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this in and do our blended painting. So we're gonna, okay, this is the top. So let me turn this around so I get it on here right. I don't know if I have any more bigger brushes in here. I do not. Okay. almost put it in upside down, y'all. Okay, this is the top. Oh no, it takes me a minute to get it straight. Okay. That's good. That doesn't look straight. The birdhouse has to be straight, y'all. I think that's the part I need to make sure it looks straight. It's the birdhouse. So once the birdhouse is in good, then everything else kind of falls into place. Okay. And we'll have to trim that. And this little bit right here, but the rest of it's good. Let's dry this so it's down well. And then we'll go back over it after I trim it. Yeah, I think that's her job, is doing all this, you know, stuff and social media. That's what I think. I think that's her job. I know. It would be nice, right? To be young and be able to do all that stuff. Just totally unencumbered by, you know, there's... Just go do. And have the money too. Also, I mean, that's the problem. I mean, when you're young and you have all that energy, when you have the energy to do things, you don't have the money. Have the money, you don't have the energy. Yeah, somehow she found a way to do it all. Oh, and like, she does get mice in her house. I don't know how they get in, but besides her pet mouse, you know, and she, you know, catches them in a live trap, and then she drives them, you know, a few miles away and lets them out in the woods. She's a very, you know, sweet person. I guess that's what you said. Not many people would do that for a mouse. I thought she had a dog, but I think it was her sister's dog, not hers. Yeah, I'll have to write her name down. I can't remember. I'm so bad about that when I go on a live. I never remember names, stuff. Y'all are lucky I remembered the Judds. Otherwise, I would have been giving you a description. Not that bad. Yeah. I did almost forget the name of the movie, though, truth be told. Okay, so we got a little bit of color blending to do there on the sides, but here it is inside the frame. Okay, so we're gonna do this part, and then we'll do the I almost hate to use this because it's so wet. We'll get this part done, and then we'll put the rub and buff. So, as y'all know, I usually put all white down first, or whatever is the background color. And then I just start blending some. So we're going to take a little bit of this lighter gray here. Come in here. And I think I need a little bit of this too. So we'll put some of that over here. Mix with that gray, and that's going to get our color. And we'll do some of it over here. The white. And it's kind of neat that this looks like a watercolor because they are much easier to do these little color blending things. With the rice paper. So that looks pretty good there. you're barely going to be able to tell where it goes in together. The colors are good, really good. Because I have a shadow on it, so it's kind of a little bit hard to tell. But here. Oh, that was such a good pink. Really good color. Okay. Okay. Has Lauren sold that dresser yet, Janet? It turned out really pretty. I don't know what it looked like before, but turned out good. I think that's good. I can't tell if that's a shadow or a color, but I painted over it. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what that was. It looked kind of pink, but I don't know if it really was or not. Okay, so I've got that all blended. I'll see. Now it's time to put some rub and buff. Well, let's try this real quick, and then put the Mod Podge on it again. Let's see. That's not the color. I wanted that Celestial, but I can't find it. I lost it. But we have this. Nope, that's gold too. All right, I've got gold and gold. Okay. I wanted silver, but let's go ahead and get this. That way our background that we just did and the rice paper, they'll all be the same kind of finish. Man, that cashmere pink, perfect. Perfect with this print, y'all. You could go a little bit darker, but this is definitely the lighter color that's in it. Definitely. And this was real easy to blend out because all of the branches and stuff are complete. Like, you don't have to figure out how to do the other half or anything. It's just kind of getting a little bit of shading with the paint. All right, let me see what I can do about finding the right color for our, none of those. We have gold and gold. Oh, I just had the silver the other day. We used it. So what would have happened to that critter? If I can't find it, we're going to be using silver ink or silver paint. What a pain that'll be. What is this? What is this? Nope. Not it. We are not finding it. Silver ink. Let's see what this, oh wait, here it is. This is the Celestial. Yes. It's kind of more like a platinum than a silver, but it'll work. I think it'll be pretty. So let's try this. Yes. You're gonna have to buy it, huh? Really? I bet she gets some really nasty stuff that she redoes into something. I mean, I really like how she does those like waves that I'm sure were not on those pieces when she did them, but does she find most of her stuff on Marketplace? And do you go with her to do that? Because, man, I would be afraid to. Go by myself. All right. We're putting this on. So this is kind of a platinum type of color. It's, or champagne maybe. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of a silvery gold. And it's called Celestial. I like it because it puts a shimmer on things without really putting a lot of color. So, it's subtle. Kind of subtle. If we need more color, we can keep looking for the silver, but this may be what we need to bring it all together, because it has some, you know, a little bit of that kind of a gold undertone, and we have a little bit of that color in here, and we used it on there too, the taupey color, so it kind of brings that out some more. So I'm just going along the ridge of this ring right now. All the way around. Okay. Then we're going to put some, I'm going to get some in here if I can. That might be tricky. Might need a brush. Yeah, if you can't get to a place with your fingers, because like in here, my fingers are too big, so I'm just gonna go around that little ring with the brush. Okay, now I might can do this. I want to go around these little ruffled edges here with this, like right around the, yeah, the edges here. And where I can't get my fingers in, I'm just gonna use a brush. Okay, this is called Metallic, and the color is Celestial, and it's, I got it from Amazon. It's a Cinnabar Art Alchemy Metallic wax. So they come in all kinds of colors. So the only two I have, and I only have two, is the antique bronze and this celestial color. Okay. So this is going on the little ruffles. And of course, you know, any kind of mirror or frame you get, it's going to be different from this one, but you can still do the same type of things to it. Just adapt it to your piece. You know, you want to layer the colors because that's what makes it, gives it that really old like kind of an old French look, I guess. You know how they used to do a lot of stuff with gilding and layers. Florentine, that's what I want to call it. Yeah, like Florentine pieces. They're very layered. The paints and finishes. You know, and maybe your piece would look better with golds because it may have more of those golden hues in it. Like this was more grays and pinks. So I kind of wanted to play on those colors. Okay, I think that's it. I think we got it. Okay. Yep. All right, y'all. Here it is. Hold it. Here it is. That's it. Can you see that wax on it? I mean, if I find the silver, it would be pretty to add a little on it, but I don't know where it is. It's really a mystery. But I'm sure it'll turn up. I don't know if using that ink would work or not with a brush. I guess we could see what happens. I haven't used this one yet. Let's see what this does. What are y'all talking about? You're going to get your nails done, a pedicure? Oh, I'd love to get them. Yeah, one of my daughters and I used to do pedicures quite a bit. I haven't had a pedicure in years, like since COVID, since before COVID. But, wow, the last time she took me, my leg was all busted up from when I broke my nose. Yeah, she took me for a pedicure then, and my legs were so messed up. My feet and my legs from that fall. And that when I broke my nose several years ago. That was not fun. Okay, let's see. I don't know if this is really gonna, it's not. It's not really doing anything. I can't see it doing anything on here. I don't know what happens if you go like this. Nothing. I don't really see it. I don't think it's really showing anything. Like how I do this and it, you know, pops it right in there. I don't think that did anything really. So much for that idea. Let's found that one. Y'all, I even had these stamps out because I was going to put a butterfly on it, but I don't think it needs anything in here. I think that the frame is so busy, we don't need anything else on it. What do y'all think? I think it's good. I found the brushes. I can't find the silver though. It might be on the floor somewhere. Anyway, I think it's done. I don't think there's much else to do to it unless I find that silver. So I think I'm gonna say it's done. So I hope y'all like this and that I inspired you. So Janet, you're the designer. What is this style? I know it has a name. I've seen it before with the dark gray and the oh no, I didn't know sparrows were that mean. Oh, bummer. Those cute little robin eggs. Oh no. I know blue jays do that to birds. They'll take their nests. They'll run birds off and take the nests and everything, but I did not know sparrows were mean. Holy cow. Who would have thought that? They're not very big. Who do they think they are? Little bugs? That's wild. I just never would have thought of a sparrow doing that. Wow. There's some little bird starts in the spring and until winter. There's a little bird that gets on my the flue of my chimney outside, you know, on the roof, every morning and sings. It's so pretty. It just fills the house with its little song. I don't know what it is because I don't know bird songs, but maybe ornate. Yeah, it is ornate. No, but I thought it had like a, you know, like a, you know, like a name, like a type of thing. But I'll have to check. Anyway, thank y'all for joining me tonight, and I'll probably see you tomorrow. I'm not sure what the project is. I got to come up with another one. This one I already had planned out to a certain degree. Of course, we always change things when we start working on them, and we see how colors go. I think we did the colors good in this, and that cashmere goes perfect with this paper. This paper is from Decoupage Central. It's a duo, and this is the other side. Beautiful flowers. Are these camellias maybe? The leaves look kind of like camellias. And so did the buds. So, anyway, have a great evening, and I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. Have a good Thursday. Good night, everybody.